You're on the Bible Forum. I'm Warren Sprouse. This is the last Sunday in March 2020. We're in the midst of the coronavirus epidemic. And Italy and Iran have been two of the countries hit the hardest outside of China. And the question becomes why? Well, over at the publication called The Federalist, you can get that online, a woman by the name of Helen Raleigh explains it to us. She said the reason these two countries are suffering the most outside of China is mainly due to their close ties with Beijing, primarily through an initiative, a program called One Belt, One Road. The acronym is OBOR. OBOR is Beijing's foreign policy play disguised as infrastructure investment. And here's how it apparently works. China and country X agree to do an infrastructure project in country X. Country X has to borrow from a Chinese bank in order to finance the project. A contract is always awarded to Chinese companies, which then bring supplies and giant Chinese employees to country X in order to build the project. As a result of One Belt, One Road, there are more than 300,000 Chinese living in Italy. Almost exactly 1 year ago, March 2019, against warnings from the EU and the United States, Italy became the first and only G7 country to sign on to OBOR. As part of the deal, Italy opened an array of sectors to Chinese investment, from infrastructure to transportation, including letting Chinese state-owned companies hold a stake in 4 major Italian ports. Lombardy and Tuscany are the 2 regions that saw the most Chinese investment. Nearly a year later, the first Wuhan coronavirus infection case in Italy was reported in the Lombardy region on February 21st. Today, Italy is experiencing the worst coronavirus outbreak outside of China, and Lombardy is the hardest hit region in the country. Now, over in Iran, 2019 was the year Iran officially signed up to OBOR. China sees Iran as a crucial player in this initiative because Iran is not only rich in oil, but also lies in a direct path of an ambitious Chinese project, a 2,000-mile railroad that would run from western China through Tehran and Turkey into Europe. Today, Iranian health officials trace the country's coronavirus outbreak to Qom, a city of 1 million people. According to Wall Street Journal, China Railway Engineering Corps is building a $2.7 billion high-speed rail line through Qom. Chinese technicians have been helping refurbish a nuclear power plant nearby. Iranian medical professionals suspect either Chinese workers in Qom or an Iranian businessman who traveled to China from Qom caused the spread of the coronavirus in Qom. News reports indicate that a number of high Iranian officials have contracted coronavirus. They believe at least 1 or 2 have died. Although on February 1st the Iranian government banned its airlines from flying to China, it made an exception for Mahan Air, an unofficial airline for the Islamic Revolutionary Guard. The Wall Street Journal reported that Mahan Air, quote, had carried out 8 flights between Tehran and China between February 1st and February 9. These flights were designed to transfer Chinese and Iranian passengers to their respective home countries. It explains why so many high-level Iranian officials are infected by the coronavirus, including First Vice President Jahangiri and more than 20 lawmakers. Relying on China for economic development was never a good idea, but it turned out to be more dangerous than anybody knew.